Hello everyone, we are BDSM, Beer Drinking and Safety Management, and today we are going to present our app, Hops. Our mission was to create a tool that promotes safe drinking and alcohol consumption. Over the last 10 weeks, we have worked together to create Hops, or #Overdose Prevention Services. Hops is an app designed to be a convenient platform for people to manage their alcohol and have a safe night out. It provides an easy way for users to calculate and track their blood alcohol content, manage and rate their beers in a library, and call a designated driver after a night of drinking. Okay, so here we are on our Hops application sign-in screen. We don't yet have an account, so we're going to click the sign up button, and this takes us to our sign up page. It asks for a username and password, so we go ahead and add those credentials. And we'll add a password. Now it's asking for a security question and security answer, and what that is if we ever need to retrieve our password for some reason, it'll ask us the security question and we'll need to respond with our security answer. And this can be anything we want, so we'll just type in whichever question we want here. And then type in whatever we want for that answer. Now we click the sign up button, and we see we're taken to a disclaimer page. This disclaimer basically outlines that the Hops application team will not take any responsibility for the actions that a user might take under the influence of alcohol or using the information found in this app. So we can scroll down and read through this carefully, and when we're ready, we see that there's a decline and an accept option at the bottom here. If we want to decline, we see that actually we weren't able to use the app or create an account if we decline the disclaimer. So we'll click cancel and then accept. Now we're taken to a make a profile page, and here we're prompted to enter our weight, our height, and our sex. And what this information is to help us with our blood alcohol content percentage calculations and make them a little bit more accurate. So we'll enter our weight here, our height, and our sex, and then press the update profile button. Now we're taken to the blood alcohol content calculator page. We see in the bottom left that our BAC percentage is 0, since we haven't added any drinks yet. So let's go ahead and add one now. Press the plus button. We're taken to a form that we can fill out the details about our drink. So we'll need to add the alcohol by volume percentage. Let's put in 8. And the volume of our drink, let's put in 12. Press add to BAC, and we see that our BAC percentage has increased and that there's a beer mug filling up to graphically represent our BAC level. Let's go ahead and add another drink now, but this time we'll add using the quick add function. At the bottom here we see this beer mug, and if we press this, what it does, it adds a default drink which is 5% alcohol with 12 ounces. So we'll click this and see that our BAC has been updated and that the beer mug has filled up a little bit more. Just so we can see a little bit more of this animation, we'll add a few more drinks here, and each time we see that our BAC percentage has increased and the mug has filled up accordingly. Let's add one more. And now, just so we can make sure that we see the entire animation, let's add a really strong drink here, 70% ABV, and it will be 20 ounces. And we'll see that again, our details have been updated accordingly. Okay, next let's go ahead and explore the library page. And what this is a library of all the beers we've added so far and our rating out of 5. So let's add a beer next. We go to the plus symbol in the top right hand corner, and it prompts us to add a beer. We'll add the beer name, call this beer, give it a ABV percentage, let's give it a 7. And at the bottom here, what we're seeing is a bunch of empty beer mugs, and we click on each of these to give our beer a rating. Right, so let's give our beer 5. Now we click save, and we see that our beer has been added to our library. Now if we ever want to edit this beer profile, all we do is tap it, and we see all of the details of our beer. We can change any of these fields here and change the rating as we please. Now when we click save, we see our beer has been updated, and we can go back and see that our beer has been updated. And again, we can do this for any of these beer profiles. Okay, next let's go see the designated driver page. And here we see the Uber button, the Lyft button, and the custom contacts button. We press on the Uber button and we're taken to the uber.com website where we can download the app if we haven't already. And when we go to the Lyft button, we see we're taken to lyft.com where again we can download the app if we haven't already. Now if we want to go to custom contacts, this is coming in version 2.0, so in the meantime if you need to call a custom contact, all you have to do is open the contacts on your actual phone. Next we'll explore the game page. This is a reaction speed game where you can test your reaction speed and then compare it to your unimpaired baseline, so you can see how the effect of alcohol has on your reaction speed. So first we'll tap the cup to begin. We'll see the instructions appear, and then the ball shortly will appear at a random time and random location. So we see our reaction speed has been recorded in the bottom left there, and if we play again we see that the ball will appear at a random time and random location, and each time that our reaction speed will be recorded in the bottom right hand or left hand corner. Now the calibrate button is for when we're unimpaired and we want to set our baseline. So we press this, same as usual, we wait for the ball to appear, and we see that our calibrated speed has shown up in the bottom right. So now the next time we play, we can look at the two scores and compare and see how our reaction speed compares to our unimpaired baseline. Next, let's view the profile page, and we can see that all of our information that we inputted when we created the account is here. And if we ever need to change any of this information, we go to the edit profile button, and we see here that we can edit any of these fields. Let's say we've been eating a lot recently and we've gained some weight, so we'll go ahead and change that parameter, press save, and we see that our weight has been updated accordingly. And since this information is used in the BAC calculation, if we go back to our BAC calculator, we see that actually the value has changed accordingly and the animation has changed to match. Now if we go back to our profile page and we want to log out of our app, we just press the logout button and we're taken back to the sign in page. So next let's just log in again real quick using our credentials we created earlier. And we press sign in, and we're back to that page with all the information still stored. Next, let's go look at the retrieve password setting. So we're going to need to log out of our app again and press the forgot password button. Here we're prompted for our username, and we need to enter the answer for our security question. Press the retrieve password button, and we're prompted with our password. Okay, so that just about wraps it up for this version of Hops, but we have some plans for future versions of this application and some features that we wish we could have added in this version. So these features include the custom contacts that you've seen before, and what that was is it would allow you to open up the contacts and call anyone directly from our application, a barcode scanner so that you could add any beer that has a barcode directly into your library without having to fill in any of the fields, and social media integration so friends can see your beer library, the beer you like, and perhaps your BAC percentage if they looked into your profile.